And action.
There are loads of things to do in Tenerife, some of which you might have already heard about.
And some of which you might not know. So here are 5 hidden gems.
Not actual gems though. The main resort areas are where you'll find classic international cuisine, but you are abroad after all, so why not try out some of the local stuff?
Yeah, and that's exactly what we did. We headed away from the resort and tried some of the authentic Canarian food, like Papas Arrugadas.
Or in English, wrinkled, boiled and salted potatoes.
I like squinting my nose up like I didn't like them, but I actually did. I was like, It's not true, I actually do.
They were like the best bit, and the mojo sauce.
Let's try that.
So the mojo sauce is kind of different wherever you go. It tends to be like a family recipe, so it goes down through the generations. So I think throughout the island, you'll tend to find different versions of it. Is it spicy?
I really like it.
Okay.
It's very spicy, yeah.
Very spicy, okay.
Maybe you start with the other one.
I'll start.
Next up, we're talking about the lava caves.
Cueva del Viento.
The only way that you can get into these caves is via a special tour.
Yeah, so they'll give you all of your equipment, like your torches, your hard helmets, and even these really stylish cotton hats.
We recommend that you wear them immediately, as soon as you set your eyes on them. Get them on your heads.
And keep them on for the whole day.
You look awesome. The guide starts by showing us around the local area, seeing all the local flora and fauna. It's really interesting.
Then he took us down into the lava tubes themselves, gave us some info on the history of them, how they were formed, the geology, the wildlife.
Troglobites.
She loves that word.
Anyway, here are some clips of us on the tour.
Collapse of part of the ceiling. So here you can see 2 big blocks, and here you can see how the ceiling is made with layers. And we can see with a brown color iron in this area. And other places you will see in the ceiling with a white color silicium.
And from the underworld to another worldly landscape, Teide National Park, which looks like you could be on Mars.
I see what you did there.
I know, it's great.
Clever, very
I'm
clever.
impressed. Thanks. It's in the centre of the island, and the mountain or volcano that the national park is named after, Mount Teide, is what formed Tenerife millions of years ago. It's stunning scenery. It looks almost like the moon or Mars, and this landscape has actually been used for film sets as well, which is pretty cool. There are these giant boulders that are huge and yet light enough that even the likes of Amy could get them above her
Your
head.
muscle.
Near enough. Beautiful rock formations that look especially beautiful as the sun's about to set.
Which leads me perfectly onto nighttime in the national park. Now, because of the restrictions on light pollution and the altitude, you'll have an amazing view of the night sky, which is great for stargazing. You can do what we did and download an app to help you identify the constellations, or if you need a helping hand, you can also book yourself onto a tour. Whatever you do, just remember to bring a coat because it's freezing.
Our next hidden gem is the Mercedes Forest in the Anaga Mountains.
When you think of Tenerife, you think sun, sea and sand, but Mercedes Forest is, well, pretty much the opposite of that. It's lush and green and beautiful. It's in the north of the island with that subtropical climate. And it's the oldest part of the island, formed between 10 to 15 million years ago.
Yeah, it took us completely by surprise. I wasn't expecting it at all. It's like this enchanted forest. It's something like Lord of the Rings. It's definitely worth it if you're up for something a little bit different.
Sticking to the north of the island, we have Santa Cruz, the capital of Tenerife. I did this. The capital of Tenerife. Well, I did like a small version. I did like a half version, like binoculars. The capital of Tenerife.
It's actually something we kind of accidentally stumbled across, but it's really very beautiful. It's not really aimed at tourists particularly, which makes it a very good opportunity to completely immerse yourself in everyday working Spanish culture. It's full of beautiful architecture, be it old or new.
Yeah, like the auditorium.
Right. There's a beautiful theatre, a park in the centre that is this central oasis of green and calm.
Oh, and don't forget that main square as well, the plaza.
Right.
Just make sure you bring your Spanish phrasebook with you because not much English is spoken here.
those are our 5 hidden gems, so we'd love to know what you think about them. And if you have any of your own, just let us know.
Don't forget to watch our other videos and also subscribe to our channel.
Happy watching!